So the NBA trade deadline, it was last week, and in today's video, I wanted to go ahead and give my grades for all the major trades that went down, and pretty much all the teams involved in those trades. But yeah, without further ado, before we do get started, hit that like button if you end up enjoying this video, since it really helps out the channel. And of course, subscribe if you guys are new and you guys enjoy this type of content. But without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get this video started. Okay, so starting things off, we got what was essentially a 4-team deal, and it was definitely the biggest trade of the deadline, and that of course was Kevin Durant to the Phoenix Suns. So the Suns, they ended up getting Kevin Durant and TJ Warren. And the Nets, they got Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson's first round picks in 2023, 2025, and 2027 and 2029, all from the Suns, along with like a 2028 first round pick swap. 2 second round picks in 2028 and 2029 from the Bucks. Then the Bucks got Jay Crowder, and the Pacers, they got George Hill, Serge Ibaka, Jordan Nwora, and 3 second round picks, along with cash from Brooklyn, and 3 seconds came from the Bucks. Now for the Suns, I'm gonna go ahead and give them an A. I mean, this move makes them one of the best teams in the league and instant title contenders. I don't really have to say much more. Next up, we got the Nets. I'll give them a B. I know some people don't really love this trade for them, but to be honest, I don't really hate it that much. Like, Mikal Bridges and Cameron Johnson, 2 very good players, and they can be part of your future, or they can be trade chips down the line. You got a ton of picks, including like 5 first round picks or whatever, like 4 or 5 first round picks and a pick swap. You also and yeah, I mean they got a lot for Kevin Durant. So I mean, yeah, maybe you could argue they could have gotten more, and like, if they did trade him during the offseason, they could have gotten Jaylen Brown, but hey, I think it was a good return for the Nets. Then we got the Bucks. I'm going to give them an A. Jay Crowder is still a really good player, and they got him for virtually nothing, so great job by them. And then for the Indiana Pacers, I'm going to give them a C. Like, they didn't really do a whole lot this trade, aside from maybe getting a few second-round picks and like extra cash, and also Jordan Nwora was like kind of young, so maybe he becomes something. But yeah, pretty much all I gotta say for this trade. Now, speaking of the Nets, the next trade I do have is Kyrie Irving going to the Mavs. Now, I made a big a reaction to it when it initially happened, but I have changed a little bit since then. So the Mavs, they got Kyrie Irving and Markieff Morris, while the Nets got Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, a 2029 first round pick, and 2 second round picks. Now, for the Mavericks, initially I gave them like an A or so, but I'm gonna go ahead and give them a B+. Like, I think it's still a good trade, and I like the fact that they are trying to help Luka, and this could work out for them, and no doubt could, but at the same time, this could also blow up, because that's just how Kyrie Irving is. He, ever since he left the Cavs, his tenure with his other teams haven't really ended on the brightest notes. So, yeah, pretty much all I gotta say for Dallas. For the Nets, I'm gonna give them probably the same grade. I'm gonna give them, honestly, like a B. I mean, with Kyrie Irving, they did not have a lot of leverage in this situation. It was either trade him now or lose him for nothing, so I think they got a decent return for him. Like, yeah, you wish it could have been more, but again, they didn't have a lot of leverage in this situation, so that's what I gotta say for the Kyrie trade. Now, the third move we have is Rui Hachimura going to the Los Angeles Lakers. So the Lakers, they got Rui Hachimura, while the Wizards, they got Kendrick Nunn, a 2028 second round pick, and a 2029 second as well. The Lakers, I'm going to give them an A. Rui Hachimura has been really good for the Lakers, and yeah, this was in fact one of the first moves, I believe, maybe the first trade to happen before the deadline. And yeah, Rui Hachimura, this trade has just been really good for Los Angeles. For the Wizards, I'm giving them probably like a C minus, if not like a D. I'm gonna get something like that. I really can't decide. I know the Wizards did not have a lot of leverage in this situation, and I get why they traded Rui Hachimura. I really do. However, at the same time, I mean, they barely got anything for him. So, I mean, how can I give this team like an A or a B? I mean, they don't... I mean, the highest grade I can give them really is a C. I'm going to give them a C minus or D. I mean, this trade wasn't really like a home run or anything for the Wizards. After that, we got Jakob Poeltl going to the Toronto Raptors. So, Toronto, they got Jakob Poeltl, while the Spurs got Khem Birch, a 2024 first-round pick. And then 2 seconds, one in 2023 and another 2 years later in 2025. Now, for the Raptors, I'm going to give them a B minus probably. Jakob Poeltl, I think he's a great player. The Raptors did need a big man, and this move tells me that they want to compete right now. And I kind of see why they want to compete right now. And even though I don't think this move is awful, I can't say I think it's a home run. I mean, giving up a 2024 first round pick for Jakob Poeltl I think was a little bit much, and you got to keep in mind he is a free agent this offseason, so you could risk losing him this offseason, and if that 2024 first round pick is good, well then you're kind of screwed. Now for the Spurs, I'm giving them an A. I mean, they got a first round pick in the 2024 draft for Jakob Poeltl, which to me, that's a really good move. And I mean, Jakob Poeltl makes a lot of sense why they traded him. I mean, he wasn't gonna be a part of that team's future. He did not fit their timeline at all. So, yeah, good move by the Spurs. Now, the second last move we have is D'Angelo Russell going to the Lakers, and this was like a 3-team trade. So the Lakers got D'Lo, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt. Wolves got Mike Conley, Nickeil Alexander-Walker in 3 seconds in 2024, 2025, and 2026. While the Jazz got Russell Westbrook, Juan Toscano Anderson, sorry about that cough by the way, Damian Jones, and a 2027 first round pick. Now for the Lakers, they got this is an A level trade for them. I mean, they got defense, playmaking, shooting, and Russell Westbrook is gone. I mean, name a bigger W than that. And, you know, with D'Angelo Russell, I have my gripes with him, but he is a much better fit for this team. Now, again, he's not a superstar, of course, but I think he's still not horrible, and he's definitely, again, a better fit. And then they got 2 good role players with Beasley and Vanderbilt. The Jazz, I'll give them a B. I guess they got a first round pick in 2027, and I guess Juan Toscano Anderson, he's okay. And then lastly, for the Wolves, I'm gonna give them like a C. Now, the D'Lo breakup, in my opinion, was needed, but at the same time, it's not like Mike Conley was like a massive upgrade, and along with that, I mean, they got a few seconds, which, I mean, that doesn't really matter. So, I mean, it's not really like a phenomenal trade for the Wolves. And the last trade I got is essentially like a 4-team deal. Yeah, it's a 4-team deal with the Nuggets, Lakers, Clippers, and the Magic. So, the Nuggets, they got Thomas Bryant. The Lakers, they got Mo Bamba, Devon Reed, a second-round pick. While the Clippers got Bones Highland, and the Magic, they got Patrick Beverley, who they released anyways, and like a 2024 second plus cash from the Lakers. Now, for my Nuggets, I'm gonna give my team a B. I'm really glad we got a competent backup 5. That is something I really wanted at the deadline, and I actually really wanted Mo Bamba at the deadline, or Jakob Poeltl, but you know, Thomas Bryant, I can live with that. He is not that bad when it comes to being a backup 5. I'm definitely going to take him, especially over DeAndre Jordan. And even though I am sad that we gave up Bones, I mean, I kind of predicted it. It seemed like he had a feud with Jamal Murray, and we did sign Reggie Jackson via free agency. So I think we got someone to replace Bones' role. As for the Lakers, I'm giving them an A. I mean, they really aced this trade deadline. I gotta applaud Rob Pelinka and their front office. I mean, Mo Bamba, I think he was a legitimately good player. He showed it last year, but he was just rotting away on Orlando. Like, Orlando, their rotation was just too deep, and they didn't have, like, enough space. I mean, it was just hard to give him consistent playing time. So, really good job for LA. For the Clippers, I'll give them an A. Like, I know Bones this year was disappointing, and I'll admit, I definitely got a little bit frustrated with him at times. And, like, he's not a perfect player, but Bones, he's still solid. I mean, he gives the Clippers a good shot creator, and I think he can also be a decent playmaker. I think Bones can also, he's still a young guy. He has room to grow, and I think he can be one of the best role players in the league one day. Then for the Magic, I'm going to give them a C. Like, I get why they never got a lot for Mo Bamba. But again, they didn't get a whole lot. So how can I give them like an A or like a B or anything like that? So yeah, I'm giving them a C. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. I'm really excited for next year's trade deadline. And this was a really crazy trade deadline. But yeah, man, of course, before the video does end, hit that like button if you enjoyed, since it really helps out the channel. And subscribe if you guys are new and you guys enjoyed this type of content, so you don't miss out on any new videos like this. But without further ado, I'm out, you guys.